Hello everybody, Northeastern Troll here. Today I have a battle with PokemonBlackWhite99. It's a pretty lengthy battle, but here we go. So he's going to start out with his Gigalith. I'm going to start out with my Archeops. My normal lead is Volcarona, but knowing he's going to start with the Gigalith, and Volcarona can't really do anything with that, I switched to Archeops. And I hit it with an Earthquake, and I thought it'd do a lot, but it doesn't do much at all. He used a Stone Edge, and I was expecting it to not do too much, but when it killed me. So now I send in the star of the show today, Dusclops. We'll see later how much she does. And he uses a Rock Blast, which surprisingly doesn't do anything. This is a max defense / max special defense Dusclops with Eviolite, and it's very bulky. And even after that critical hit and hit 5 times, I still survive, and I get off a Will-O-Wisp, which halves his attack stat. So after I get off the Will-O-Wisp, I send in my Conkeldurr, knowing it can live any rock attack, especially with that halved attack. He uses Stone Edge. Don't know why he has 2 rock attacks. And it doesn't do anything. Sorry. So now he's going to use Rock Blast again. And it's not going to do anything. I was surprised that Gigalith was faster than my Conkeldurr, because I could have swore it was slower, especially with no speed investment in either. And I get off a Bulk Up, which is great, because his attacks are just going to do less and less, and leftovers are going to recover more and more. Next he sends out an asshole. He sends out his Gliscors. I get off a Drain Punch on it because I was going to hit Gigalith with that, and it doesn't do too much. Gliscor proves to be a pain in this battle, but I have one too that's very similar. So it gets its Toxicroak activated. And I send out my Gliscor, predicting the Fling. Fling doesn't do much, but because it poisons me, I get off my Poison Heal a turn early. I believe that my Gliscor has a little more speed investment than his, but his has more attack investment. So he gets off in Acrobatics. And because he used Fling and doesn't have his item, it would be twice as strong. I use Fling now after using Swords Dance, hoping it would do more. It doesn't do too much. But now I can use an Acrobatics at double strength. Now, he uses a Swords Dance. So it's pretty much a battle of the Gliscors. I use Acrobatics now, hoping it would do more than half, which it is not. And he uses Fling like a dumbass, which doesn't do anything. I think it was a misclick. So I go for another Swords Dance, not knowing if he's going to Fling again or do anything now that I have Poison healed up to near full HP. And he goes for the Acrobatics, and it does a very decent chunk. It nearly kills me. Like I said, his Gliscor has more attack investment, and mine has more speed. Now I use Acrobatics, and he survives with I think 3 HP or something, and I die. So after that entire battle of the Gliscors, his wins. I send out my Latios, which I know is faster, and I used Dragon Pulse. I could have used Ice Beam, but I wasn't sure if he was going to switch into his Kyurem, which would have quad resisted the Ice Beam. So now he sends out his Kyurem, which is Scarfed, and I know I'm not going to outspeed it, so I switch out, and I switch into Volcarona. He actually is running a dual set. He uses special attacks and attack, so I was predicting an Ice Beam, but he actually used Outrage. That brings me down to my Focus Sash. I do get the Flame Body off, which is pretty lucky, but that's probably the main reason why I switched in Volcarona. I knew that if he used Outrage, I could have gotten that off, and if he used Ice Beam, I could have lived. So now that he's burned, his attack is halved, and he's locked into Outrage, so I send in my Conkeldurr. There's nearly a defensive wall. I do live it with more than half HP, but if he wasn't burned, I would just about live. So he does get the 2-turn Outrage rather than the 3, and I do live with a lot of HP left, so I get off a Bulk Up. We're just about halfway into this battle, so it's pretty ridiculous. So now he makes a very interesting switch out from his Kyurem to his Haxorus. But I guess he was thinking I'd use another Bulk Up, but I actually went for the Drain Punch. It does a very decent chunk. It does about 2/3. And now I'm back up to near full HP. I am running an Iron Fist Conkeldurr. I'm going to switch to a Guts Conkeldurr, but right now Iron Fist is fine. And I do get off a Mach Punch, which kills it. Next he sends out his infamous Excadrill, who surprisingly did not do too much. His Drill Run did near to nothing. I don't know how it did so little. I could have swore it had a lot of attack investment. So I get off a Drain Punch, which is super effective, but he lives with his Focus Sash, but that's fine because I get full HP from the Drain Punch, plus I can just Mach Punch him. So right now my Conkeldurr is actually doing a lot. Well, you'll see by the end of this match that he's not the VIP. So now he sends out his Conkeldurr, and I knew we were going to do a battle of the Mach Punches like we always do, so I switched out into Dusclops, who has the Eviolite like I said. So the Mach Punch will not affect him. The Drain Punch. I suspected a Mach Punch. Dang. So now he goes for the Stone Edge, and he's faster than me. And I live with 27 HP and get a Pain Split off. That brings me up to near full HP, off by 2. And brings him down just to about half almost. Which was great. It's one of the things I love about my Dusclops set. Like, it's really good for Pain Split. And I get off a Will-O-Wisp, but now his attack is halved. He is also running an Iron Fist. If he was running Guts, I wouldn't have used Pain Split. But now I start my epic stalling that many people do hate, but I rarely do. And I protected here just to get some burn damage off. And he switches out. He switches into a Gigalith, which I did not expect. And I used Destiny Bond just for the heck of it, because I knew no one could kill me on his team right now. Just stalling. His Gigalith's nearly dead, so I just protect and the burn will kill him off. So with his Gigalith down, he sends out his Kyurem, who could definitely outspeed me and definitely do a lot of damage, but I had a plan. Because he was burned, he would only do half, so I knew it wouldn't do too much. So I get off a Pain Split knowing he'll have a lot more HP than I, and it brings him down. So, with the burn and the Pain Split, he's down to nearly red, and I'm nearly up to full HP again, so Dusclops is really working. So I protect, and he outrages, and he gets the 2-turn confusion again. So, he's into the red now from the burn, and he switches out. He switches into his Conkeldurr, which I was not suspecting. I actually switched into Volcarona, just trying to waste a turn. But he saw that my Volcarona has 1 HP, so he of course went for a Mach Punch. I predicted this, and I switched into Dusclops. It was almost like a double switch. No, it is. So, back into Dusclops. His Mach Punch isn't going to affect me. And he is down to about 1 HP or 2 HP now. And I protect, he uses Stone Edge, which wouldn't have done anything anyway. And his Conkeldurr is dead. Now he sends out his Kyurem for about the 50th time. If I had Stealth Rocks, he'd be dead. He uses Dragon Pulse, which I suspect not to do a lot. It does a lot more than Outrage, though, because of the burn. I used Destiny Bond just to waste a turn. I could have really done anything. And he has about 3 HP left, just like his Conkeldurr. So now I just want to waste a turn because the battle's over. And I just send out Volcarona, who has 1 HP, and the 2 kill themselves. That was pretty funny. Alright, well that concludes this epic battle. Thank you for watching, and go subscribe to PokemonBlackWhite99. See you later.